Lizzo's new show, Watch Out for the Big Girls, is all about body positivity and putting the big girls center stage. I got a chance to talk to some of the contestants who had such great energy and a lot to say about the experience on the show. Let's check it out.
What's up, y'all? It's Lizzo. I'm looking for dancers to join me on my tour. Girls that look like me don't get representation. Time to pull up my sleeves and find them myself. We thick and we pretty and we know what we about. It's the battle of the big girls.
Okay, hi guys. I'm Justine from The Buzz.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm so excited about this show and I'm so excited for everything that's going to come from it. So, looking from the auditions, it seems like you all have had a professional training. Is it that way maybe changed things for you where you weren't able to get booked for a backup dancer or for a feature? And how does this show now enable you to shine?
My process as being a thicker girl in the dance community, although I appreciate it so much, this was the opportunity that I have been waiting for my entire life, honestly. I'm with a group of women who have very similar experiences as me, where we felt like the oddball, or we had to grow so much more confidence than everybody else so we can stand out in the crowd or on stage or be the it girl chosen in the music video or in the concept video. So my experience, it challenged me, but it also prepared me for this. That's why it was so emotional for me when I got it, because it was just like, my mantra is believe in yourself, you know? And when you truly, when you walk in who you are and you are confident in who you are, when you love yourself and you're being nobody else but you, your dreams come true. And we are the testimony of that. So I really hope that when people watch the show, they can see not just our size, but they can see our hearts in it. And then they also want to follow their dreams because we inspire them.
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you so much for sharing. And also, how was the auditioning process? What was that like? What was most nerve-wracking about it? What was most exciting?
Ooh, the audition process. So the off camera or the on camera?
Both.
Oh yeah, we have to.
The audition process, I told myself, I laughed about it because I was like, you have to be an extreme narcissist to want to talk about yourself to everybody over and over and over again. But I honestly, it felt like it was, right? I'm saying it was so therapeutic because people wanted to listen to me. And usually in spaces, they'll listen real quick and they'll be like, all right, okay, let's just, go on to what we were doing before. You almost kind of feel like you're not as important as everybody else because you don't look like them, and this was the first experience in a long time of this scale that made me feel like I can be myself and I can talk about my experiences, and that people are going to want to hear them. And that's really important for people. That's why people go to therapy and counseling, because they just want their feelings to be validated. And so the audition process really validated myself and my experiences. I was so excited to join. Then the on-camera audition was super exciting, and you will see why. But my power came out and I was ready to earn everything that God is blessing me with. It was so much fun.
First of all, when I was auditioning, the one that's at home, not the one that was on camera, they had told me, like, I'm a middle girl. Like, I'm not super small with the small girls, but I'm not big with the big girls, but I'm still a big girl. Okay, that's what you gotta know. But so when I first auditioned, they had, let me know that I was gonna move forward, and they was like, you can't lose no more weight, honey, because Lizzo said she don't want no skinny bitches. I said, period, child. Okay, because when we be auditioning, they be wanting us to get smaller. They be like, maybe you could, or they don't have an outfit to fit us, or maybe you could, lay off. you know how they be wording it, like. You what you trying to say? But they let me know, okay, we don't want no skinny bitches, so honey, keep doing what you're doing. And I felt like, there was a place for me. Like, she made a space for us.
Yes. How did this take you out of your comfort zone, like for the entire experience? How did this push you and change you even more? Because I'm sure before, you were always loud, you were always passionate about what you're doing, but then so much more. Now you have to be like, this is for me, this is it.
Yeah, I think it was the fact that we had to do this all on camera. Because I mean, honestly, doing TV was like never anything on my radar, and like I kind of looked at the show as like the Yellow Brick Road to Emerald City. Like I just wanted to dance, and then this whole entire process was like so therapeutic, so uncomfortable, and so raw, because I'm like, okay, I'm crying like every other day. My waterproof mascara is not waterproof, apparently, because there's black on my face. Like, we're dancing around the clock. Like, it was such like a whirlwind and such like a experience where you're like looking back and you're like, okay, well, I hope they're not going to catch me crying every day on the cameras. But you never, because at the end of the day, like, you don't know like what's being caught, what's not being caught, because at the end of the day, like, you're just trying to be as present as and authentic as you possibly can be, and as you are in that moment. And then I think that we, a lot of times, especially for me, like, I forgot the cameras were there. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should have said that.
To be uncomfortable in order for you to get comfortable. So if you want to grow, you have to really step out of your comfort zone and out of your box. And you need to stop.
Sorry, I'm trying.
Out of your comfort zone. So this experience definitely shows that you have to really be true to yourself and comfortable with yourself first. And in order for you to radiate and shine like the light that you are. But definitely, in general, like, the house was already uplifting and comfortable once you walked in, and then being surrounded by, you know, beautiful and strong women is just like makes you feel more comfortable, enough that you can share enough that you can, you know, be yourself around them. Nobody's judging you. No one, you know, everyone got their own stuff to worry about, you know, and we are trying to achieve the same goal. So everybody's just trying to be better for themselves. So yeah.
And then you guys have such great energy. I'm just loving the energy on this call. How
you ain't seen nothing yet, baby.
How did you guys like come together, get so close, and like vibe off of each other's energy? How did you become friends? Like, what was that like?
Girl, because we had to talk about like really deep stuff as soon as we got in the house. Like, first day they was asking all these deep questions. It's like, oh, I'm really gonna open up, like, and expose myself, right? Okay, let's go. So, you know, once you start to get to know somebody on a personal level, it's hard for you not to connect with them, especially as women.
To be a background dancer for Lizzo would just mean everything.
It's showtime.
Hey, ladies!
What do we have in store?
This is the fun part.
I was always doubting myself, and I feel like that has been detrimental in how I approach dance.
The next thing I would love to know is, what do you want this show to do for other girls that look like you, but also women in general?
I want this to give women or anyone that is questioning gender or body type or anything like that, a platform to know that they are just as valid, that they are just as beautiful, that they deserve to be seen, they deserve to be heard, that there is an outlook for you, that there is somebody out there that wants to see you, that wants to hear you. And it's a powerful movement that's happening on screen that I think that is beyond us, and having a younger generation get that representation that we didn't get growing up, I think is the powerful message behind everything.
I feel like with me, like, I want them to know that it's a safe space regardless if the world can be cruel. Like with me personally, I want you to know that this is a safe space. I want you to be comfortable with me. I want you to feel that you can come to me with anything because you're not alone. You're never alone, you know? So especially like in the LGBTQ plus community, I'm a part of it, you know? So I'm like, yeah, we got this. We are here, okay? We are here, we're in here. Like, so I just want everyone to be true to themselves and feel comfortable enough to express themselves in a way that might be, people might not agree with it, you know? And that's okay. That's okay. People, they're not gonna agree with everything. But you gotta, if it works for you, and if you like it, then do it. The crazy ideas, The stuff that you're like second guessing, no, do it because that's what people want to see. That's what you want to do. That's what people want to see too. And if they don't want to see it, they gonna find a way to still see it because when they still like not trying to see it, they gonna see it regardless. Okay. But I feel like that's the end of my sentence.
For me, I'm a mother. I have 2 daughters, and it was really important for me to just be true to who I was the entire time, off camera and on camera, because I really want other mothers to see me and be inspired to follow their dreams. Because there was the time when I felt like I was at a dead end, and not to say that motherhood was a dead end for me, but my dreams were, because I had to take care of my babies, full time. So I really want people to see, especially mothers, like, you could also be a bad bitch. You could also go ahead and follow your dreams and be whoever you want to be. And I think all of us are a great representation of different types of personalities. And I hope that it normalizes and decategorizes plus size versus regular people, because we're people. Yeah, we're different weights. Yeah, we hold a lot of it, but at the same time, don't treat us differently because we're just like you.
What was it like meeting Lizzo, and how has she inspired you?
Oh, Miss Lizzo's such a beautiful person. It was lit. Honestly, when I watched it, she was up and stuck. Meeting her at first was like, you would be nervous. You'd be nervous to kind of meet anybody that you look up to or that's like a public figure. But they're people just like us, and I think it was important for her to, show that she was the real person, and she cared about us. And that was like, what, you care? Like I've worked with artists before that, may not want to know your story or want to know why you do this or why you here or what's important to you. And she truly cared from the beginning. She cared about our growth as individuals more than just dance. And that made me feel like, oh shit, this is like my dream boss. Like, this is like my dream. Like, what? Like, this is amazing. What was the second part of the question? I'm sorry.
How has she inspired you?
Okay, Lizzo inspires me to be comfortable in my skin. Okay, because when I seen Lizzo on Instagram, in her bikini, child, that was like, oh shit, oh, we can really be out here doing this. Okay.
Going on to Jasmine. Tell us, how has Lizzo inspired you and what it was like meeting her?
Oh, Lizzo inspired me to never dim my light. She taught me that immediately, just to be comfortable in who I am, unapologetically, to treat everybody with kindness and to just be authentically me. And what was the second part of the question? Sorry.
What it was like meeting her.
Oh, meeting her was a dream come true. I watched her perform at the VMAs, and I've seen her perform with all these other beautiful big women. And when I saw her perform, I said, one day I'm going to be on stage with that woman.
Period.
And then I ended up being on her show. And I actually shared that with her when I met her. And she was almost like shocked. Like, she was so humbled by it. And I was just looking at her like, no, bitch, like, I'm here for you. Like, okay. But she made me feel so welcome. And she was like, this is for you. It's your time. And, she validated me in that moment. So I would say that my first encounter with her was just a beautiful one and inspiring one.
Love.
I mean, meeting her was really surreal because you see this like very outspoken and beautiful woman on social media, on different award shows and everything like that, and being celebrated for being who she is, and then having the opportunity to meet her and just seeing how chill she is and funny and down to earth about things. And not to mention, I mean, like, pictures do not do her justice. TV does not do her justice. Like, she's even more stunning in person than you could even imagine. She smells impeccable.
Okay.
She smells so good. Oh my gosh.
So good.
Okay.
And she's real. And she's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
She
know,
can just
she's
relate to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark.
No, go ahead. That's all I want to say.
Oh,
She keeps it real. She keeps it real for real.
Yeah.
And you gotta have that, because sometimes, it might be hard to take certain things or whatever, however you receive it whenever, you know, whatever. But she keeps it real regardless of anything. On stage, backstage, yada, 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 camera, blah, 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 you know, she's going to be herself wherever she's at. And that's what we need. We need people to continue to be themselves wherever they go, because you can't be pretending to be someone else that you're not, you know? And she also teaches like self-care, self-love, and to spread positivity around you, you know, and spread it in yourself as well. Because in order for you to spread love and light, you have to do it within. So.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Bye. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Watch out for the big girls. Patiently, quietly, faithfully, worship me.
I'm Justine Isaacs, and you just got buzzed.